Hello everyone and welcome to the Art of Teaching Art. I'm Mrs. Darby and today I'm going to show you how to complete a piece using line and tone to develop your drawing skills and your shading skills. You will have learnt how to shade in one direction nice and neatly and show a range of tones and develop your blending skills. And the next step is to complete this drawing challenge. So pulling together what we've learnt so far, starting with the formal element of line and then developing different tones of shading and working on your blending skills for the rest of the piece. So the drawing challenge is to create a drawing using pencil only. It must include 3 types of lines. So you've got wavy, zigzag, dashed, thick, thin, curved, straight, horizontal, vertical. It's up to you to decide. It needs to include at least 3 different tones. So you want a kind of a dark, middle and a light at least, but you might want to try for more tones than that. And you need to add blending to at least one section. So like this kind of thing here where you've got blending from dark to light. The inspiration images we've got explore different shapes and tones, and they've thought really carefully about the composition. So I will pop an image of those on the screen so you can see that. And you need to come up with your own individual piece exploring this. So in this piece, I added some small curved lines, half circles with zigzag and wavy lines. In this piece, I worked from the corner using wavy lines, curved lines and zigzag shapes. So it's up to you to decide what's going to work for you. So let's get started. So starting off, I am planning my lines. I decide to start with a spiral in the middle and then wavy lines from the corners. Then adding some zigzag lines going across as well, and some of those half circles from the other pieces and some stripes as well. So just building up the base drawing first of all, adding details where I think I need to break up the space into smaller sections. So now on to the shading. So I'm shading nice and smoothly in one direction. I'm trying to add a range of tones to my work, pressing harder in certain areas to build it in a darker tone and pressing lighter in other areas. So in this section here, I'm just shading from side to side, going darker towards the edges to get my blending in. I'm going over the areas that need blending to build up layers to create that tone. If I want to add a darker area, I put one layer on and then I work over the top of that one layer to make it darker rather than just press harder. So working all around the different areas. Sometimes I'm drawing around the outside of the area and then shading in the middle, and sometimes I just start at one edge and then move across. If I'm doing curved shapes, I try to work in a kind of curved direction. I am using the technique to do darker areas on the outside and then shade lighter in the middle. So just working on other bits and pieces, having that contrast of dark and light areas as well. That's really important in this piece, making sure you really do have that range of tones. And now just working on a dark piece and blending lighter. So pressing a little bit harder and then going over to make it darker and then lighter as I move across the page. And then just neatening the edges with my pencil as well, just making sure it's all nice and neat. Now doing a darker area, so just pressing that little bit harder but going consistently across the shape to get that darker tone. And all you need to do is just carry on until you've completed the whole thing. It's a really great way of practicing your blending and your shading, especially if you haven't really done that much before. And it produces a really lovely piece in the end when you've developed it all the way. Thank you so much for watching and have a really great day.